first topic we're going to do is polynomials. इसमें हम is here. Just a second. Okay. So we'll learn about polynomials division mostly in this lesson. In this topic, not in this lesson. अच्छा, polynomial होता क्या है? Poly means many and nomial means I think values. मेरे ख्याल से ऐसे कुछ था honestly. अच्छा, many value means like for example 2x square plus 3. It has more than one expressions combined together, so this is a polynomial. Similarly, 3x power 4 plus 2x square plus 1 is also a polynomial. 3 expressions being added together makes a polynomial. So in O levels, we learned how to add two polynomials. So you're good in that department. To subtract two polynomials, you know that already. To multiply two polynomials, ये भी आपको पता है. If you have to multiply these two, तो वो ये वाला रूल जो हम छोटी क्लास में पढ़ते हैं वो भी आपको पता है. इस टॉपिक में हम मोस्टली बात करेंगे डिवीजन ऑफ पॉलिनोमियल्स. So let's directly start with a question. Fazil, this isn't a new topic for you because you've already done it in AdMath, but we need to revise it nonetheless. Acha ji. So the first question is example 1. Find the values of A and B when ax plus b x minus 3 equals 4x square minus 11x minus 3. Now, there are more than one ways of doing this question. We'll discuss all the methods. First method is comparing the coefficients. Anybody has any idea what I mean by when I say by comparing the coefficients? क्या करेंगे?
ओपन करके फिर उसको कंपेयर करें दूसरे के साथ.
Exactly. You'll expand this side completely, and then you'll compare the coefficients of x square on both sides, coefficient of x on both sides, and the constants on both sides. Okay, so let's expand this. We get ax square minus 3ax plus bx minus 3b, and one more step is left. We need to merge the coefficients of x. So let's take x common. Either plus ही लिख लेते हैं. So if plus is common, then the signs remain the same. Minus 3b equals 4x square minus 11x minus 3. And now all that is left to do is compare the coefficients. The coefficient of x square over here is a. The coefficient of x square over here is 4. Since there's an equals to sign in between, that means these two coefficients must be equal. So a equals 4. Okay. For b, you have two options. Either you compare these two, the coefficient of x on both sides. This is slightly longer. आपने पहले a की value substitute करनी होगी minus 3a plus b equals minus 11 में, and then you'll get b. Or the quicker way of doing it is just by comparing the constants on both sides. So constant at one end is minus 3b and constant at the other end is minus 3, giving us b equals 1. So we have our answers. A equals 4, b equals 1. Any questions so far? Okay, I'd like to clear the board for the second method. Okay. Second method is by substitution. Okay. So इसमें you just substitute a value of x on both sides of the equation. So let's see what value of x should we take first. Let's take x equals 0. उससे क्या होगा? A will get eliminated. So when A will get eliminated, we'll get the value of B. So you have to be a bit strategic about what value of x you're taking. So in this case, x is equals to 0 will work, because then the only variable we'll be left with would be B. So we get A times 0 plus B times 0 minus 3 equals 4 times 0 square minus 11 times 0 minus 3. So we have minus 3b equals minus 3, which gives us the same answer. B equals 1. Okay. What value of x should I take now so that I get the value of capital A?
One.
1 would work, minus 1 would work, 5 would work, minus 5 would work, because now all that's left to find is b. A आ गया हमारे पास, x की कोई भी value ले लेंगे उससे b आ जाएगा. Try to stick to the simplest most value. So x is equals to 1 is a good substitution. So we have a plus b, and then 1 minus 3 would be minus 2 equals 4 minus 11 and then minus 3, and b can be replaced with 1 as well. So now we have minus 2 a plus 1 equals यहाँ क्या आ गया minus 10. So that gives us a plus 1 equals minus 5. So a equals minus 6. गलत आ रहा है, कुछ गलत किया. Plus 5 था, sorry. When we divide minus 10 and minus 2, we get plus 5. And then we get a equals 4. So same answer as well. Done. We need to clear the board for method 3. Which is called long division. Okay, so it's going to be ax plus b would be equals to 4x square minus 11x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. So we have to divide both the polynomials. Now what we'll do is we'll write 4x square minus 11x minus 3 inside the division sign, 4x square minus 11x minus 3 and x minus 3 outside. Okay. Acha ji. So now I need an expression over here with which when you multiply x, you should get 4x square. So what do I... exactly. Who said that? Heather?
जी मैम.
Take yes. So when you multiply x with 4x, we get 4x square. So the first term at the top would be 4x square. So 4x square, sorry, 4x, not 4x square. So x times 4x is 4x square. And then minus 3 times 4x would be minus 12x. And now you have to subtract these polynomials. So this would become minus and this would become plus. You have to change the signs. This gets cancelled out and here we get x minus 3. Okay. Now what do I write here? So that when x multiplies with that value, we get an x again. X के साथ क्या multiply करेंगे so that we get an x? Plus 1. Plus 1, yes. So we multiply plus 1 here. So x times plus 1 is x. Minus 3 times plus 1 is minus 3. And then the next step is changing the signs of the lower term. So that would be minus here and plus here. And when you add these, or both the terms get cancelled and you get a 0. So remainder is 0. And the answer of division is right here. The quotient, which is 4x plus 1. And that is supposed to be equals to ax plus b. So hence a is 4 and b is 1. एक fourth method भी होता है. It's called synthetic division. एक ही दफा मैं usually lesson में पढ़ाती हूँ, उसके बाद कोई use नहीं होता because the most commonly used method is the third one. Usually students इसको prefer करते हैं. So honestly मुझे synthetic division खुद भूला हुआ. So I'll look it up tomorrow और वो मैं कल करा दूंगी. But there is a fourth method which is called synthetic division. कल करेंगे. Okay. Second question कर लेते हैं. Okay, so a similar question, which I would like you guys to do. So example 2, which is ax plus b times x square plus 4 equals 2x cube minus 3x square plus 8x minus 12. Okay, the first method से करके बताओ, which was expanding and comparing. So comparing the coefficient से ही करते हैं. Okay, so method 1, comparing the coefficient. So expand ax cube plus 4ax plus bx square plus 4b equals 2x cube minus 3x square plus 8x minus 12. Let's start comparing the coefficients. The coefficient of x cube is a, and the coefficient of x cube here is 2. So a equals to 2. Then the coefficient of x square here is b, and the coefficient of x square over here is minus 3. So b equals minus 3. Then the coefficient of x here is 4a, and the coefficient of x here is 8. So 4a equals 8. अच्छा वो तो हम वैसे ही निकाल चुके हैं. So that is all we needed. We needed a and b, and we have a. Okay. Method 2. Which is by substitution. Okay. So what should be the first value of x we should take? Let's start with x equals to 0 again. उससे ये फायदा हो रहा है कि a eliminate हो रहा है when you use x is equals to 0. So start with x is equals to 0. We get 0 plus b times 4 equals minus 12, which gives us b equals minus 3. And then you may take x is equals to 1 or any other value. I'm going to take x equals 1 because it's a lot simpler. So it's going to be a times 1, which is a, and then plus b, which is minus 3. And then 1 square plus 4 is 5. And then 2 minus 3 plus 8 minus 12. What is this? This gives us minus 5. 2 minus 3 plus 8 minus 12 is minus 5, yes. And then this is 5 times a minus 3. I'm dividing 5, so a minus 3 equals minus 1, and a equals plus 2. Okay. Method 3, long division. So ax plus b would be equals to 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 divided by x squared plus 4. 2x cubed minus 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 divided by x squared plus 4. Okay, now let's divide this. So the cubic expression is the dividend. Dividend होता है, divisor होता है, देखो पूरा है होगा. ये quotient होता है.
मैम डिवाइसर होता है, डिवाइसर.
Divisor होता है, सही है. ये divisor होता है. और ये होता है dividend. और यहाँ पे होता है remainder. Okay. So divisor is 2x square minus 3x square plus 8x minus 12, and outside we write the dividend, which is x square.
मैम डिविडेंड अंदर होता है, उल्टा बोल लिया.
जो डिवाइड कर रहा होता है वो डिवाइजर होता है. यस यस. सो डिवाइजर और डिविडेंड. जो डिवाइड हो रहा होता है वो डिविडेंड होता है. ऑलराइट. तो अच्छा, so there's a cube term, then there's a square term, then there's an x term, and then there's a constant. Sometimes question में ना एक square term for example missing होती है, and you just have 2x cube plus 8x minus 12. तो उसको करने के लिए you must remember to write x with 0, x square with 0. Otherwise, it's very likely that you mess up the division. So whenever the powers are not in descending order and there's a power missing, there's an expression missing, तो उसका coefficient आप 0 लिख लेते हो when you're about to start dividing. But it's not the case here, but just keep watch for that. Okay. So this is supposed to be Q. Okay, now you guys tell me, what do I multiply with x square so that I get 2x cubed?
2x.
2x. So I'm going to write 2x over here, and then x square times 2x would be 2x cubed, and plus 4 times 2x will be 8x. So yeah, this is 8x. Okay. Subtract, so minus sign and a minus sign. So this gets cancelled. minus 8x and plus 8x get cancelled. This gets cancelled. So we have minus 3x square minus 12. Okay. Now what do I write here? So that when I multiply that with x square, I get minus 3x square. When I multiply,
-3.
just minus 3. So you'll write minus 3 over here, so that when you multiply this with minus 3, you get minus 3x square, and the other one is minus 12. And change the signs, plus plus, and we get 0 as remainder. हमेशा 0 नहीं होता remainder, but in questions में है 0. So the answer of the division is 2x minus 3, which is equals to ax plus b. So a comes out to be 2 and b comes out to be minus 3. Next question. Which is given that x power 5 plus ax cube plus bx square minus 3 equals x square minus 1 qx minus x minus 2. Now this is an entire expression. Q means quotient. इसीलिए इसको Q कहा हुआ है. Anyway, it's an entire expression where qx is another polynomial. Okay. Part A is state the degree of qx. Part B, find A and B. Okay, let's start with part A. What would be the degree of qx? Degree ka matlab, I hope you know the power of x. So what's going to be the biggest power of x in qx?
Cube.
Cube. Why do you say cube?
Greatest power is x5.
Yes, because when x cube will multiply with x square, then we'll get x power 5. So qx has to be a cubic polynomial. So the answer for this part is 3. Okay. Find the values of A and B. अब क्या कर सकते हैं? For part B, we can write let qx equals capital AX cube plus capital BX square plus capital CX plus capital D. This is a generic form of representing a cubic equation. So qx would be this. Now let's replace that with qx. X power 5 plus ax cube plus bx square minus 3 equals ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. क्या मिस कर दिया? अच्छा हो गया. I had to write x square minus 1 first. So x square minus 1 and then all of this. So let's start with method 1, which was comparing the coefficients. I think this would be very lengthy if we expand that. करके देखते हैं, but would take a lot of time. So we get ax power 5, then bx power 4, then cx cube, then dx square, and then minus ax cube, minus bx square, minus cx minus d, and then minus x minus 2. I'm going to write the like terms together. So ax power 5 plus b plus, do I have another term of x4? No, I don't. So it's just bx4. There are two terms for x cube. So c minus a bracket x cube. I've combined these two. And then for x square, we write d minus b bracket x square. So I've combined these two. And for x, we again have two terms, minus cx minus x. So I'm going to write plus minus c minus 1 bracket x. And then for constant, we have minus d minus 2. Okay. And on the left hand side, please do double check my working. कभी-कभी एक sign गलत हो जाता है and then takes a lot of time to redo it. ax5 plus ax cube plus, sorry, x power 5 plus ax cube plus bx square minus 3. So what is capital A equal to? What is capital A equals to? We're
One.
we're comparing the coefficients. Yes, 1. Because a x power 5 there, and here we just have x power 5. That means we have 1 x power 5 there. So a is equals to 1. Okay, so we have capital A. What about capital B? What is capital B equals to?
Zero.
Yes. Capital B is equals to 0 because we have x4 over here, but we don't have any term in x4 over here. That means we have plus 0 x4 over here. So B equals 0. Okay. What is capital C equals to then? I don't think this will end well. Capital C gets that.
Small a.
Yes. How did we get there? This is coefficient of x cube, and here the coefficient of x cube is a. So we're going to write small a equals c minus a. So a is 1. So small a is equals to c minus 1. So capital C will be equals to a plus 1 actually. ठीक है फजील? Should be a plus 1.
Jim.
Okay. And let's compare the coefficients of x squared now. So we have b at one end, small b, and we have d minus b at the other end. So small b is equals to capital D minus b. B is 0. So when we have the value of capital D, that would be the value of small b. Now the coefficients of x on both sides. एक side पे the coefficient of x is minus c minus 1. And there's no term in x at the left hand side. That means you can write plus 0x, which means that minus c minus 1 is equals to 0. That means c equals minus 1. So c equals minus 1. And that gives us the value of small a. C minus 1 aa gaya. So from here, oops, what did I do? Screen nazar aa rahi hai?
जी मैम.
Okay, ठीक है. So since we have capital C, so now we can find small a. A plus 1 equals minus 1. So a equals minus 2, which is the correct answer. Okay. Now we're going to compare the constants on both sides. So we have minus 3 over here and minus d minus 2. So minus 3 equals minus d minus 2. D equals 3 minus 2. D equals 1. And since we have d, we also have small b. Small b equals 1, which is correct. So it took a while. So by comparing the coefficient, it took a long time to do this question. Okay. Let me know when you've copied this. Let's also try it with substitution. I'm sure it would be relatively less time consuming. Can I clear the board, everyone? I'm taking it as a yes. Okay. Second method we're going to use is substitution. So we had this other clear cut here. Okay, x power 5 plus ax cubed plus bx squared minus 3 equals x squared minus 1 qx minus x minus 2. I am going to use substitution here. What value of substitution? Okay. What value of x should I use to begin with? Qx is now just qx. X की क्या वैल्यू लेनी चाहिए?
0.
X अगर हम 0 लेंगे तो हमें qx तो पता ही नहीं है, तो उसमें उस q0 में हम क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट करेंगे?
मैम फिर qx की वैल्यू आ जाएगी जबान में.
अच्छा, अब ना हमने ये काम नहीं करना, ये नहीं करना, समझो उसकी ऑप्शन ही नहीं. तो अब बताओ x की क्या वैल्यू लेनी चाहिए स्टार्ट में? 0 is not a viable option because you don't know what qx is. It's some cubic term, but हमने उसकी generic form नहीं है उसकी. क्या कोई वैल्यू है जिससे हम qx को एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं?
1 over qx.
नहीं. कोई x की ऐसी वैल्यू बताओ जिससे इस क्वेश्चन से इक्वेशन से qx खत्म हो जाए। qx किससे मल्टीप्लाई हो रहा है? x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 से।
1 हो जाएगा।
हाँ, x को 1 ले लेते हैं तो qx खत्म हो जाएगा। सो लेट्स टेक x इक्वल्स टू 1। ठीक है, okay, when x is 1 then we have 1 plus a plus b minus 3 equals, ये तो 0 हो जाएगा। So qx gets eliminated, 0 times qx and then minus 1 minus 2. So the meeting is ending. I'm going to quickly send you a new link. Sorry. So we get a plus b equals minus 3 and we have minus 2 over here which goes to the other side, becomes plus 2. So we get a plus b equals minus 1. This gives us both a and b in the same equation. So we did not get a, we did not get b. We need another equation that has both a and b, जिससे हम a और b की value निकालते हैं. How do we get that? Is there any other value of
-1.
exactly. If you take x equals to minus 1, that will also eliminate qx. Just because there's a square on x. इसको आप +1 whole square लो या -1 whole square लो, वो 1 ही हो जाएगा. And then 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. So even if you take x equals to -1, qx gets eliminated. So when x equals -1, we have -1 minus a plus b minus 3 equals 0 times qx and then +1 minus 2. So we have -1 minus a plus b minus 3 equals -1. Cancel हो गया. So we have minus a plus b equals to 3. Okay, this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Solve these simultaneously to get a and b. Use elimination or use substitution. So I'm going to use elimination. A plus b equals -1 and minus a plus b equals 3. So when added, this becomes 2b equals to 2. So b equals 1. And when b is 1, then a equals -2. B is 1 and a equals -2. Correct answers. So I think second method was slightly shorter.
हम लॉन्ग डिविजन से कैसे आएगा?
लॉन्ग डिवीजन काफी मुश्किल हो जाएगी. इसमें अलजेब्रा आ जाएगा. लॉन्ग डिवीजन के लिए आपको पहले इसको दूसरी साइड पे मूव करना पड़ेगा. इस पूरे को +x + 2 हम लेफ्ट हैंड साइड के साथ लिखेंगे और फिर लाइक कोफिशिएंट्स को join करेंगे and then we'll divide with x² - 1, which will be a pretty time consuming method. It is absolutely not recommended. Okay, in this question. Okay, I'm moving on to the next question, which is find the quotient and the remainder. Find quotient and remainder when x cubed minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4 is divided by x minus 5. Find the quotient and the remainder when x cubed minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4 is divided by x minus 4. Okay. How can we do this?
Long division.
Long division से भी हो सकता है. Let's use long division. So the dividend is x cubed minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4. And here we have x minus 5. Okay. All the expressions are in descending powers of x, so I don't need to write plus 0x or whatever with inside the dividend divisor. Divisors are dividends are divisors are okay. So I don't need to write 0 with any power of x. But like I said earlier, keep a watch for that. Zarurat pad jati hai. Okay. Now what should be the first term I write here so that when we multiply x with that, we get x cubed.
X square.
X square.
Yes, x square. That's correct. So x square. So x times x square is x cubed and minus 5 times x square is minus 5x. Minus here, plus here. This gets eliminated. We have 2x square. And then this comes down plus 5x. And this comes down minus 4. Okay. Now, what should I write here? ताकि x के साथ multiply करके 2x square बन जाए बिल्कुल सही 2x. So plus 2x. Two x square minus 5 times 2x is minus 10x. Okay. So we have minus here and plus here. So we have 15x. This gets eliminated. 15x minus 4. Okay. Marine, आप बता सकती हो what do I multiply here? What do I write here? Sorry. So that when that expression is multiplied with x, we get 15x.
15.
Yes. So just plus 50. So we get 15x minus 75. Okay, 15 times 5, 75. Yes, minus 75. So change the signs.
मैम ये
Minus
16 75 की जगह
15 into 5 नहीं करना.
अच्छा सही है मुझे लगा 4 के साथ
15 into 5. इन दोनों को multiply किया. 5 and 15. Okay. So we get minus plus 71. Let me check the answer. Yes, remainder is 71. And the quotient is I can't see. X square plus 2x plus 15. Yes, that's correct. So we have our answer. This is the quotient. And this is the remainder. Okay. Any questions here? Okay. Acha. Although I'll formally talk about this again, but since it just came up, I'd like to quickly introduce something which is called the remainder theorem. अगर ये क्वेश्चन कहता ना कि just find the remainder when this is divided by this, तो long division करने की बिल्कुल भी जरूरत नहीं. You use something which is called remainder theorem. Remainder theorem में क्या करते हैं कि this, the value you're dividing or the value, the expression you write outside of the division sign, it has to be linear. So it is linear in this case. Now what you'll do, you'll equate it to 0. X minus 5 equals to 0. That is x equals 5. Now what you'll do, you'll substitute this x equals to 5 in this polynomial. So you're finding P5. So what is P5? 5 cube minus 3 times 5 square plus 5 times 5 minus 4. And this should give you the remainder directly, which should be 71. Let's check. 5 cube minus 3 times 5 square. 5 cube minus 3 times 5 square plus 5 times 5 minus 4 gives 71. So you get the remainder directly. So in questions where you just have to find the remainder, not the quotient, and the divisor is, the dividend is a linear value like x minus 5, तो फिर आप directly remainder theorem can be used. All right, again, we'll talk about remainder theorem again. We'll talk about factor theorem as well. But I just wanted to put it up there. Okay. Can we do this question any other way? Using elimination and substitution methods. It is doable, but थोड़ा lengthy होता है. Let me just quickly show you कि करना क्या होता है. Okay. Screen is slightly glitching. Okay. Acha. So we're dividing the two terms. We have x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4 here. And we have the divisor here, x minus 5. So whatever we get here is the quotient. And whatever we get here is the remainder. Okay. Let's divide 12 with 7. What is the quotient when 12 is divided by 7? इधर टॉप पे क्या आता है?
1.
1, yes. And then we write 12 here, sorry, 7 here. And then the remainder is 5. Right? Achha. I hope you know that when you multiply 7 and 1 and add 5 to it, you get 12 back. इन दोनों को multiply करते हैं और इसको add करते हैं. So you multiply these two and you add 5 to it, then you get 12 back. So let's form an equation using this concept. So that means when x minus 5 is multiplied with the quotient, I'm writing qx, and then you add the remainder to it plus r, that should be equals to x cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 4. And now you'll have to use the method we used, I think 2 questions back, जिसमें 2 तरीके हैं. या तो qx का पहले degree देखोगे. Here the degree of qx is going to be what? What's going to be the degree of qx? पिछले question में we said it was a cube term, qx. What is the highest power of qx in this case?
2.
2, yes. X square होगी so that it becomes x cube. So then you write, let this be ax square plus bx plus c, और comparing the coefficients वाला काम होगा पूरा. और या फिर आप substitution से करोगे and you'll write let x is equals to what, ताकि qx eliminate हो जाए. How will we get to eliminate qx if we're using substitution method? इधर x की क्या वैल्यू होनी चाहिए?
5.
Sorry?
X equals 5.
हाँ, x equals 5 से qx eliminate होगा. ठीक है? So the very same question is can be done using long division, can be done using substitution, can be done using elimination, can be done using synthetic division. ठीक है? But I think the quickest way to go about this is by using long division. इसको इतना complicate करने की जरूरत. Okay. What do we have for today? Okay. I think we can end the lesson here. I'm going to give you guys 3 questions to practice long division with. Okay, I'm going to send it in the group. That's all for today. If you have any questions, please ask. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.
मैम टॉपिक